Looks like this llama brought his two wandering traders with him. Seems reversed somehow. Hello everyone and welcome back to Monotonous Minecraft, episode 62. 62. Today, as you probably know because you read the title and saw the picture and clicked a link, all that good stuff, we'll be building a giant cactus farm. Fun, fun, fun in the sun, sun, sun. So, I was just kind of basing it off an old design that I don't remember years and years ago I saw it and kind of built a little mini one on my first flat world. But I'm not going to do that because I want something that's not necessarily super efficient, but that's going to not, destroy as much cactus as before. So I watched a video Il Mango did less than a year ago, and of course the link will be in the description. Going through all sorts of testing and everything. I'm going to run out of stone bricks. Luckily I have an infinite supply of stone, pretty much. Literally an infinite supply of cobblestone. Remember, you can always make cobblestone. You got a generator. Making this is a two-layer thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that how I count to 6? That is how I count to 6. 7, 8. Okay. Anyway, so he did a bunch of testing. Talked about Izumavoid's old design and some issues with that. So luckily, the design that seems to be very efficient is, well, the design I wanted to do anyway. That helps. I'm going to try to save a few materials here by switching off. So we're going to do a two-layer thing. So what I'm going to do is this is a one chunk design minus the, in addition to the chest here. So it'll cover up one whole chunk. And while I'm sitting here, I should probably light this up while I'm going. It's almost nighttime. So I'm going to do a two-layer platform, two layers. Everything will flow, water will flow into this side, and it'll flow into this side, into a middle channel, which will flow down here, and load everything up here. Alright, and then above that we'll build a very large stack of growing cactus using the red sand that I bought from Wandering Traders because I didn't have it on my world. And I have no use for red sand, so we're going to make a cool looking cactus farm. Little festive. Lots of greens and oranges. It'll be nice. We'll like it. Let's sleep and finish the platform. Hey, remember in my one chunk creeper farm where I took forever to figure out the water flow? Yeah, I was about to screw this one up even more too. So what we're going to do is probably not stand in the water to do this. But we're going to get this to flow at least straight down. And then... not quite. There. Okay. So all the drops will fall into here. And from that point... I don't know. Let's try this. What happens there? Not bad. Alrighty, we're getting there. So what this tells me is I need to do something different. And by something different, I mean something minimal. I mean, it could just be, you know what I'm going to do? I've got the materials. I'm going to replace these 9 blocks with hoppers. Why? Because I was going to say idiot, but, lazy. Don't plan well. It's fine. It'll be fine. Problem with building one chunk farms is that your water likes to flow in 8 block increments, and a chunk is 16 by 16, so 4 8 block cubes. which means that if you want this to be one chunk by one chunk, your walls are outside. So here, that's actually a good lesson for the future. If you do want to build this as a one chunk, where the water flows a little bit smarter than what I did here. And I thought about this, but I didn't want to spend the time to dig out another chunk. Dig out a chunk. You can put your water on the edges. You can get this side to flow down to this side. You can, get them to flow forward and then have a line of hoppers at the bottom, or a couple of things in from the side that go out a little outside the chunk, yada, yada, yada. This is going to be my design. It's going to be half slab, sand, cactus going up with the oak fences strategically placed so stuff falls properly. Let's sleep. I'll do the first layer and we'll move on from there. It's not one of those farms that you can just quickly build and move on. I like how the first one we see grow and break off here lands on top of the cactus instead of falling down below. Did I get these wrong? No. So the way it's supposed to work is the cactus, when it grows up, it can't touch things except for like end rods for some reason, which obviously I don't have in this world yet anyway, because I haven't gone to the end. But they break when it grows into the fence post. The fence post, though, make it so it kind of falls straight down instead of to the side, except for that case where it didn't work, which means that possibly I did it wrong. That's fair. So, the other thing, I'm sure some of you caught this. This is not a full chunk. This is a 15 by 15 block. I built it with inner ring of the torches because I can't count, but it actually works out better. Don't do it 16 by 16. Everything's off center. So we did it accidentally 15 by 15, which means that with space, that was very visual. Space between rows, there's 5 by 5 array of cactus growing, so that's cool. It looks all neat and even. I do like the orange. So if you have the red sand, use the red sand. Otherwise, regular sand is fine. These modules, okay, so far there's 2 that I saw that have popped off and 0 that I have seen go into the water and land in my chest. You know what? Rather than do what I normally do, which is build a farm that's less efficient and then wait till the next episode to fix it, I'm going to see what's going on in this episode. So by the end of this episode, you guys will know what I did wrong and you can do it right. Alright, we're good. We're fine. We're good. We are collecting some. Yeah, we're going to lose some. I think all cactus farms are going to lose some. Of course, now that I'm standing here, oh, look at that. It's whipping through. What I did do to improve it is when I went back to Mango's video, seriously, watch the whole thing. Don't just skip around and forget parts. I added these cobblestone wall. I'm sorry, he said cobblestone walls. Because I'm using the bricks here, I use the brick walls. In between, this has added benefit of improving efficiency. Also, now that you can string them through, it should make it a little bit easier to build. I was testing out before I finished building them all. I just built some of them, so I ran out. Also, in case it's not obvious, this is a mob farm until you light up the top, so keep that in mind. As part of testing, when I just went back to look at what I was missing, I just stood over here in my AFK spot. When I came out, there were 2 mobs that got caught on fire, plus a creeper left over, so that's pretty good. It's a 5 spawning blocks, and I got 3 or 25 spawning blocks, and I got 3 mobs. Wish my creeper farm would have those kind of odds. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to build another layer. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a bunch of these. I'm going to see how tall I can make it without dying too much. One of the benefits of this farm is you can walk off to either side and just go straight into the water. Hopefully not hitting cacti on the way down. And then at some point in the future, I'm going to case it with glass just to make it cool. Also, I figure it could bounce off the edge and miss the water, land on the... I don't know. I just think it sounds cool to encase it in glass. That's all. So we'll have a glass, much like this, except I'm going to probably put a regular roof on it. we'll have a some sort of glass office tower looking building. But before that, let's build another one, and this time I'll leave the cacti on top. That way mobs aren't spawning there. Oh, brother. Alright then, I think we're good. Got 2 solid rows going, so it's 50 plants. And the time since I first planted the first row, I got, looks like 44 cacti in the thing. Not too bad. Some of those I might have caught while I was working on the second row, or adding in the various bits and bobs. So we'll have the stone, and it can be any kind of stone you want. I'm just using these the blocks, but the pillars, the walls going straight up in between. This layer, like you can see this outside, it's essentially the same thing all the way back and as high up as you want to go. So even though I planned this wrong and then I built this wrong, it actually kind of worked out to to my benefit. So now you know, if you're doing this yourself, a 15 by 15 platform works well. You have a row of water back there, 2 drops here, you know, and then this insane amount of hoppers. You can do your water collection however you like. One of the reasons I like doing it this way, which I don't always do, so I've got the chest straight outside, is if I want to transport this somewhere else, I can immediately put in, you know, a water elevator here or something else to get it elsewhere around. So that's good and expandable for future times, because you know what cactus is good for? Throwing it into some kind of smelter way and then making it an XP farm. So that may be on the horizon if I remember that I was thinking about doing it and then I do it. Whatevs. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I wish I recorded this because this is an insane story. Alright, here's what happened. I'm AFK over in this little glass shack. Cool. I come around and I see a couple skeleton horses out. I'm like, dang it, they got out again. And then I look and I still have all 6 in here. And then I look and I get close to one because I'm like, you know, was like prepped. I got my power. Like, got up close to one, nothing happened. And I saw the other one and I saw a couple more. The only way I can figure it, and I have no idea how this would have happened, was one of the horse traps spawned close to this building. It itself wandered in within 10 blocks of me, thus setting off the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, which is what I call them. I don't care if anyone else calls them that or not. And then somehow all the jockeys died. Now they usually spawn in with helmets so the sun won't get them, but it's possible they didn't. In which case, I don't know what happened, or maybe they just despawned with time. The upshoot is I got 4 free skeleton horses while I was just standing still doing nothing. It was insane, and it was a confusing time of what was going on. And even now, that's speculation. That's what I'm guessing happened. It's the only thing that makes kind of sense, except for the jockeys disappearing. Because while I think they can spawn in without helmets, I think they always do. Maybe they usually do, don't always. Like, what else killed them? Maybe they attacked a llama and a llama spit them to death. I don't know. Seems unlikely. Who knows? The point is, yeah, randomly 4 extra skeleton horses, which I kind of like. Look at that. What a great ending. As always, like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch y'all later.